Good morning, everybody. Jayy here with another War of the Visions video, and today is part 2 of our Final Fantasy X review series. This time it is Auron getting the review. We're going to talk about like how he does in Guild Wars, kind of look at him in different maps, look at his stats, talk about what roles he play, is he like good for a free-to-play player, things like that. Let's get to that right now. Okay, so before we get into it, I do want to say, if you need some more Visior and you want to use some Amazon coins, which is like the cheapest way to get it, please do consider using my Amazon coin affiliate link. It costs you no more money to do it. It just gives me some of Amazon's money instead of giving Amazon all of your money. So consider that if you would, but let's get to this. So here's Auron's stats at level 120. Now there's going to be a little variation because like, guild statues, things like that. But for the most part, this is what you can expect to see. A very high attack unit with over 4,000 HP, which is really going to help him live. He's pretty fast at 64 agility, and he has 8 defense and 12 spirit. That 12 spirit particularly important because it's going to help him live through magic attacks, which helps him fulfill one of his biggest roles in this game. Now, his stats are being modified by his support abilities, so let's look at those really fast. I'm running self-sacrifice, which is giving him a significant amount of attack. I just like self-sacrifice. I think the trade-off for the resist down for all that attack is worth it. He's also running Guide of the Story in my group, which raises his agility and chance and power of his counter move, Counter. Aptly named. Now, it has a 50% chance to proc with this support ability on it, and I really value agility a lot. So this gets him up to that 64. You do have other options though. If you want to go for like defense pin, tank buster, kill bruisers, you have One-Eyed Swordsman, which raises defense piercing rate and nullifies blind. You also have Warrior Spirit here, which is your basic HP attack up one. That's always pretty good. And then Flurry enhancement raises accuracy and chance of his fist-based counterattack going up. Now, I don't run this one very much because I don't ever run like fist-punching Auron, but this does give accuracy, which is worth mentioning. Okay, let's go back to his stats and look at those real quick, because I want to point out that his bravery and faith. 97 bravery is going to help him deal maximum damage and further increase the chance of his reaction abilities and things like that going off. I used to think, and by used to think, I mean like 20 minutes ago used to think, that this actually also decreased physical damage, but for as much time as I've spent in this game, I didn't know it. I was wrong. So, oops, but it will increase his damage. Having a 50 faith, though, will decrease the magic damage he takes while still allowing all of his TMR activations to like land. So that's bells. I wish he could use Oldoa's TMR, but he cannot. It's zombie Ryreu's TMR, stuff like that. So 50 faith is what I recommend, and 97 brave is what I recommend. Okay, let's go to some Guild Wars fights. Let's look at how he does on that map that's kind of awkward for those first early turns, and see how he fulfills that role as an anti-magic, like high damage dealing bruiser. Let's check that out. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about here with Auron is what I think is the most obvious use for him, and that's in an anti-magic group. He's an ice unit. Fenrir is an insanely good vision card that gives magic resist 20 to the group and then buffs ice units attack by 50%. Now, I don't have the best ice unit roster in the game. Auron is kind of somebody I just need to drop in with other units or maybe use Agrius or something like that. But I've built an anti-magic team with Winter, Venera, and Rain anyway. And then Auron I want to serve as like a one-shot person. I want him to one-shot squishies and be able to work through the enemy tanks. So we're going to throw this group onto a Guild Wars map against the heaviest magic team that my guild is running on defense and just see how it goes. In theory, the magic tanks should be able to like gather the mages on the team to them and just tank that up, while Auron either deals with Warrior of Light or shifts in from the side to kill the mages. Now he's going to use bells. That's going to give him all the AP he needs to do his job, and both magic tanks have already like established that hate. So Yuna, Sakura, they have things to do now. They're going to be busy like dropping this limit break on Rain, who has a magic shield. I mean, he's going to take what, like 1200 damage? No big deal on your tank. Auron, meanwhile, buffing his defense pin. He's full on ready to go. Magic tanks doing their job, tanking that magic. Rain's going to drop his limit break for fun. You know, Rain likes to feel like he's a big damaging unit, so he goes up there and just punches Yuna one time. There's Holy Bravery from Warrior of Light. I don't think Warrior of Light has any hate yet, by the way. Like, if Rain can go find or if Auron can go find a mage, yeah, there you go. Dragon Fang onto Yuna. Enemy Warrior of Light here, unable to gather hate, which is going to be a big mess up on his part. Now, this might hit Auron. Sakura found a neat angle here, managed to hit both. Rain walks up, there's another taunting spell. What can Warrior of Light do? He's going to shift attack onto Venera. Magic reflex from Sakura, oof. Firaga will not hit, but Rain still in good position. He's looking for another one shot. Here it comes, Banishing Blade. Double hit, big kill. Sakura's quite dead. And now it's Warrior of Light versus 3, and Auron's going to drop that Tornado. So, can he fill this role of defense penetrator super well? You'll take 4,500 damage on the tank every single time. Firaga, another 1,200. Tank still tanking, cool. And then Shiva's going to come out, probably crash the emulator. We'll see. No. It looks like we're going to actually get to watch this animation. And this should finish Warrior of Light. Like, we're going to assume that the Shiva damage here is enough to kill 10% HP Warrior of Light. We were right. He's dead. And you can see that, like, well, hold on. Pause. Does Warrior of Light pull off the 1v3? No, Auron gets another kill. You can see that Auron can fill that role as like a sole damage dealer in a group. He was the only real big source of damage in this team, and when he did take attacks from other people, he was beefy enough to survive it. So that to me is the most obvious use for him. Let's go look at some other uses though, and some other maps specifically where he can shine a little more. Okay, for the next little like clip of Auron, I want to review how he does and how he works with other units on a map that is a little bit better for controlling your early turns. Now here, we see another good like natural synergy for Auron, and that is Dwayne, because Dwayne's vision card gives a magic resist buff and gives attack up to the group. This is kind of a alternative to running Fenrir if you're not running a full ice team. This is kind of Fenrir light. Like, both of these are the buffs that ice units get from Fenrir, but both not as good. However, this buffs the heck out of Dwayne, and these apply to non-ice units. So we can expand the pool a little bit. We'll go Auron, Dwayne, Elsie. Elsie here exists to buff the magic resist on Dwayne, who's our tank in this group with resist magic, and then maybe she'll drop one on Auron too if it works out that way. Auron just in full unlocked damage mode. You guys, that's Auron's thing. Killing people is Auron's job. You want him to go do that job in the best way possible, so we're going to unlock him. Another great card on him is Aigion. It's going to give the group slash attack up, the group accuracy up. It's also going to give him slash attack penetration. Good, good. There's plenty of slash resist in this game. You want that. Elsie running Exorcist for even more slash attack penetration. Let's do it. Let's throw this group into a battle. We want magic team though. You can get away with me with all these physical teams. Here's a full magic team with a 120 Yuna. This could be a pretty good test of how this group works. I'm a little scared for Dwayne because Dwayne is a dark unit, and so sometimes dark units, even with stacking some magic resist, might still die. Now, we're loading in. Enemy team buffing. Here's Elsie. She walks over Dwayne, buffs that magic resist. Perfect. Now, Auron gonna pop bells. He's starting to unlock himself. Get ready. There's the zombie TMR on Dwayne. Remember, I'm a little scared for my boy Dwayne here. I think he might die, so I put that on him to bring him back to life. Now, walk up from Leela here, 2,000 damage on Dwayne. Walk up from Sakura, walk up from Yuna. They're all casting spells. Dwayne is about to take it in the face. Now, Auron, killing people. This is what Auron does. Killing people. 6,000 damage is going to kill her every time. Ooh, big damage from Sakura. Here's the Holy from Yuna. Dwayne dies. Dwayne will come back to life. Dwayne has the zombie TMR. Now it's our turn. Dwayne says, I'm going to keep you dead, Leela, but these guys are fast. Light Blade. Dwayne's out. But Dwayne tanked 4 magic attacks. That is plenty. And now Auron and Elsie can start doing work. Dragon Fang, 6,000 damage, and an Immobilize. The Immobilize isn't going to stick because she's going to die and re-raise. Now, we have to be able to do enough damage to cut through the insane amount of sustain that the enemy is running here. But it looks like we can. With all of our slash attack, all of our slash resist penetration, Auron and Elsie just murdered everybody in that fight. Real good. You can see this is like Auron's role here, and he's doing it really well. Okay, let's go look at the last map that we kind of have available to us right now and see how Auron does in like a super close starting fight that is the current free matches. Okay, we're going to take the same team you just saw and we're going to put it into the map arena in the match mode, like free battles over here. Now, the thing to note here is that this map is super short range. We're going to start really close to the enemy. So how does Auron fare in that kind of scenario? We're going to find out right now. Did the enemy do initial placement? It looks like they did. So Auron might not be in range early unless the enemy moves up. So enemy Venera moves up. Enemy Garvel gonna move up now. And now notice we haven't had time to put our magic resist buffs on. That means Elsie's going to die, but it's Auron's turn. He's going to kill the enemy Garvel. That's a trade of our Elsie for their Garvel, and we still haven't taken turns yet. Rob, gonna go with the evasion buff. We're running Aion, so we have some decent accuracy here, but they're both gonna dodge the darkness from Dwayne. That might be huge. What's Venera have the AP to do? Poison Sting. Dwayne is poisoned. Auron, Bells, his AP is now good for the rest of the fight. Will he get a chance to use it? What's Robert gonna do? Dwayne is dead. It's Auron v2. Can the hero of this group, my namesake in this game, pull off the 1v2? Banishing Blade, a 100% hit attack. That's Auron's other role that he can fulfill. Evasion Killer. Yeah, so far it looks good. That accuracy down, not going to matter, Venera, because his attack is a 100% hit if he chooses to use it. He does choose to use it. He spits on his sword. Big damage. It's like 6,000, 7,000 damage, whatever. They're dead. Auron wins, and you can see there, Auron's really good at killing evasion units. Really good. He slaughters them. Okay, good. Let's go to the last part of the video where we give Auron a grade and just talk about like how if you should build him, things like that. Okay, let's put a bow on this video. Let's talk about Auron like overall. I'm going to put some scores on the screen right here. You can kind of read those, and overall I'm going to give him a 90. Now, this is less than I gave Tidus because I think Auron is a little bit trickier to use than Tidus overall, where I think Tidus is just like, you slap his vision card on him, you throw him in a group, and he just goes out there and cleans up. Auron kind of needs a support system around him just a little bit more. Now, he does insane amounts of damage. That's why I'm going to give him that 97 there. You saw in the videos, like you just saw, he walked out there and just beat people down. But I really had to optimize like vision card setups for him to do that. I really had to build groups that were like, okay, I need slash resist pin and I need, a slash attack up. And I really had to like think harder with Auron than I did with Tidus. If you're doing Tidus, get his vision card right now and just run the guy. With Auron, like I had to go build ginGY on the vision card to do this review video. That being said, when I got it to work, it worked really well. I'm going to give him a 97. His AoE ability is pretty good. I'm going to give him an 85. Dragon Fang is like a double kill machine. Utility, he brings two kinds of utility that I want to point out because he's mostly a very selfish unit, but he breaks barriers, which tanks have barriers in this game, and having someone who can break them is valuable. And he has 100% hit attack that one-shots evade units. Like, people were just pointing out in the chat, 2B is going to get murdered by this guy. Banishing Blade is nuts. It's really good. So I'm going to give him a 75 on utility for those two reasons. Otherwise, he does not buff your group in any meaningful way. His buffs are for himself and to help kill people. Movement, he's 3-1. It sucks. I just give him a 70. Speed. For what he does, he's dang fast. He's a great sword using unit. He has plenty of speed that you don't have to worry about like really bumping his agility to make him useful. I think that's super valuable, so I'm going to give him a 90 there. And then durability, I'm going to give him an 85. He's not very durable against physical attacks, except that he has a lot of HP. and he's pretty dang durable against mages. Mages really need to, like, be murdering you. Like, if Sakura drops a limit break on you, she kind of needs it to end your life. It won't kill Auron, especially if you throw like a smart coat on him, or you get somebody to cast a magic resist buff on him. In that case, he's really durable. So I think he's less durable than Tidus overall, but they're kind of opposites, right? Tidus, very durable. Notice how I interchange those names all the time? Y'all can hate me for that as much as you want. Tidus, very durable against physical units. Auron, very durable against magic units. Is Auron free-to-play friendly? Should you go for him right now if you're strapped for Visior? No and no. He's very not free-to-play friendly. I think you need vision card setups. You need strong characters to go with Auron to help him out. And I'm going to give him no on free-to-play friendly. Should you go for him if you're strapped for Visior? No. Start saving that stuff up. There's good stuff coming down the pipe. If you love him like me, go for him. If you get him, he's worth building. He's a really strong unit. If you have the Visior and you want to get him, hey, go for it. Play the game however you want, y'all. Okay, thank you guys for watching. That's all I've got today. Next video in this series is going to be Yuna. That'll be 3 out of 3, and then we'll be done with the Final Fantasy X characters and ready to move on to whatever the heck is next. I will catch y'all next time.